Hello, hello, hello. Happy late night live. How is everybody today or tonight? Late night live. I hope everybody, hey Punkette, hey Salem, hey Emily. I hope y'all checked out Punkette's live tonight. Um, it was so good. It was her first one and she was nervous, but there was absolutely no reason to be nervous. She did phenomenal and yeah, I was really proud of her. So she's gonna do extremely well. Um, Hold on a second. I might have, hang on, hang on. Stay with me, people. Stay with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Uh-oh. Okay, so we might have some news here. All right, let's get right to it then. People will catch up when they come in. So, uh, if you guys haven't heard, right, we are going to talk about Eliza Fletcher. Eliza Fletcher and Richard Fletcher III. Eliza, in this case, comes out of Tennessee, Memphis. They have, on the outside, what would seem like a perfect family life. They, hey, Shelma, have two small boys, um, and she is an heir to uh, quite a big family. I can't even remember what something that her grandfather did, and it's alleged that she just got a big inheritance. But I mean, if you look at her house, they have it all, which you would think on the outside. So around 4:20 to 4:30 this morning, she was out for her standard jog. They're a very active family. He's a huge mountain biker, yada yada yada, all that stuff. Where an SUV, which I'm about to show you, came up next to her and allegedly forced her into the SUV. Now, I was like, well, hey, Malibu Barbie, how could she have been forced? Like, how do they know? They haven't said what the person looks like. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. Well, apparently on the video, they didn't show the video due to the sensitivity, at least that part. They did show the vehicle, hey, Pamela, what the SUV looked like that took her. They did say, though, that a male got out. They had a scuffle, forced her into the SUV, took off with her. I think it was around 7:30, her water bottle and her phone. Her phone was found smashed in front of her house. So interestingly enough, right? Everybody's searching today. But let's talk about the husband and the nanny. So there's a 22-year-old nanny and the husband. Allegedly, and this is allegedly, law enforcement hasn't come right out and said it. Um, Allegedly, dad has a pretty bad habit. Her husband has a pretty bad habit, cocaine, allegedly. And it is said that they recently separated and that dad was sleeping with the nanny. Now, whether or not that's true, I just heard rumor, um, which I would say it did come from a friend of hers, not to me, but that announced it. The nanny and dad and the husband have been arrested. The reason I believe that it might be true is so it is alleged that the husband drives a 2019 Honda Odyssey. And let's go ahead and take a look at, I have 15,000 tabs open. So first of all, police went to her house and we see that they took out from my understanding, removed a laptop as well as a pair of shears from the home. Now, remember, she didn't get put in the SUV at her home. Not only did they take shears, a laptop, and whatever's in this bag, they also towed her beautiful brand new Jeep Wagoneer. Now, remember, I said it's alleged she just gained a huge inheritance. So let's go to, I want to show you this because this is super important. Not that one. So where'd you all go? If you can see this, so this is the vehicle down below that took her. Up top is a stock photo of allegedly the vehicle he drives. So, I mean, pretty close, you know? I mean, that's a definite possibility. A lot of people thought it looked more like a Mercedes. Hey, Gen 8. However, if you look, so what I'm looking at here, because it's hard to tell, right? What I'm looking at here is if you look at the light outline, it looks like there's a small strip. And then up here, do you see how there's that small strip? Again, could be, might not be. You don't know. Let me show you another picture here that I have of it. Nope, okay. Um, Wrong one. So there's another picture of the SUV. See, I had another picture. And there's another picture of the SUV. So I mean the lights are very could be so we don't get a good shot of that. Um, but here's the other thing. So from what I'm seeing now, so law enforcement took that stuff. It is alleged that the husband immediately lawyered up and wasn't cooperating. Well, it wouldn't help, Jen, because this is extremely hard to see. It's very blurry. Now, here's this beautiful, hold on one second. This beautiful SUV of hers that they just towed. I mean, y'all, she's a school teacher. So for the home that they live in, it's yeah, I mean, yeah, she definitely. So this is their apparently Wagoneer um that they towed. Now, this is it's alleged that the husband lawyered up immediately. Again, as of 5 minutes ago, there was no booking that happened, but I didn't realize people said that it takes a really long time to actually get booked. So my guess is they've been brought in for questioning or whatever. But as of uh here, I'm going to share my screen again. As of I want to say 5 minutes ago, right before I came on here, it would seem that why is it not up? Oh, duh, because it's not there. Hold on. It would seem. Why isn't it there? Duh, I just emailed myself nothing, y'all. Hold on. I can't believe I just emailed myself nothing. I need to text you this picture. So I mean, we do have motive, right? If the husband, I keep calling him dad, was in quite a bit of debt, a drug addict allegedly, and sleeping with a 22-year-old nanny, I mean, it's highly possible. Okay, hold on. I'm emailing this to myself. Um, it's highly possible. Could he be stupid enough to use his own vehicle? I don't know. But I mean, stranger things have happened, right? So here we go. Oh, you're welcome, Jen. So let's see. I want to make sure we're not just solely focused on Kylie's case because I think right now we don't know much. You guys are all seeing my email. Don't worry, most of it's spam. So this allegedly is Overton Park right now that they are searching. Um, if it's true, yeah, Tony, I have a really bad feeling. Tony, I'm just curious of your thoughts. Um, do you think they were, I mean, that's what I thought, Tony, that potentially they were used. So it says that they're searching Overton Park in Tennessee. If now I will say if it says law enforcement is there, if he was arrested and the nanny was just arrested a while ago, then it would make sense. Then they've come clean. It says multiple law enforcement agents are at Overton Park canvassing the area, possibly in connection with the abduction. Can we just talk about something? Men, women. Tony, yeah, so that's why I said allegedly she's 22. This is what I've heard, but again, everybody wants a 22-year-old. This is from somebody who said, "Well, I'm friends with a friend who's a friend," type thing. Everybody wants, we hear the 20-year-old nanny or something, I mean, like that. That's why I make sure to say, but I want to make sure I don't miss any updated news here. So there are several things saying several people saying husband and nanny have, but again, this is I have a friends that are friends of family, and they just confirmed she's been arrested. Yeah. Hey Denise, exactly, Tony. So like maybe so if they have been arrested, hey Panthera, it makes sense that they're looking. Like I do feel like maybe they would have, but if he's already lawyered up, I can't imagine that he'd be talking. Unless do I mean, I would imagine Odysseys have GPS, right? Are we dealing with a Chris Watt situation where the GPS leads to? I mean, somebody's got to, if this is true, somebody's going to have to explain to me who's stupid enough to use their own car. Like, if anybody else sees it, but so my point is husbands, wives, just get a divorce. Just get a divorce. Are they, Tony? Like, I understand she just got a huge inheritance and his debt allegedly was very, very. That's true, Punkette. Good point, Denise. Um, just want to make sure here. Um, I guess I mean that could be motive, but I don't. The sad part is, I mean, all of it is pretty sad, but why, if he did this allegedly, exactly, Tony, if he did this allegedly, you just took your small, beautiful boys away. You took their mother away, okay? And now it's exactly Scott Peterson. You just took yourself out. Like what? No, not the baby. No, 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 no. There was no baby. Um, Panthera, but it seemed pretty quick. So I don't know why, but it was very quick that so her water bottle and her phone was found smashed outside their house. So I don't know if that led the police to be like, "Hey, we better search inside and all this stuff." But they searched hey Amber, they searched rather quickly in there. As well as towed her vehicle, took a laptop, and those shears. The shears, I have no idea what they could be for, but I'm telling you what, where my brain went is horrific. Um, it's just there's just so many. I don't know. I'm trying to stay caught up with Twitter because I'm hoping somebody will make a statement. Okay, guys, here. So most updated. Thanks, YT. True, Jen. It says this was about 20 minutes ago. Large presence of law enforcement officers with canines in Overton Park right now. Says it is a part of the ongoing investigation, but will not say if it's connected to Liz Fletcher. But I mean, there's massive amounts of media there, obviously. And ah, gosh, it, I get like if it is drugs or whatever, I just can't imagine being if it is a 22-year-old nanny. I mean, who somebody came up with a really good point. If the nanny might have outed him just to, I mean, it's just wild. It's alleged they separated, but it's wild because I don't think how could he have possibly thought he would get away with it? Let's go to Twitter. Let's go. I like Twitter. Let's go there and see what's up here. because this is like basically this is happening as we speak. Okay, let's go to Twitter. Let's type her in. Oh my gosh, I almost typed Eileen Rodney. Okay, so this is the post that was made again. That was kind of the rumor aspect. Husband and pretty white girl. Zood Master, you know what? I mean, I'm not gonna say that it. Yeah, not now. Like to me, this is I don't even know how to respond to that. It's a woman missing and a mom. True, Denise. I understand what you're saying. I understand I get what you're saying, Zood Master. And I agree they are important. And I've talked about that before. It is frustrating. Okay. So so this is the one we saw that so I don't see anything else really but that. This was the press conference, a bit of the press conference.
This morning from University of Memphis. We came over to assist at this location around Central and Zach Curlin. When we arrived on the scene, we were handling possibly a missing person. After further investigation, we found video that did show a black SUV pull into the area across the street here where the victim was taken. We're unable to identify the suspect, but we do know that the vehicle is a dark color SUV.
Where were you able to obtain that video from? Was it like a neighbor or?
I don't know exactly where the video came from, but we have reviewed it. I pushed out the photo of the SUV.
So obviously this happened so close to the U of M. Is there any concern, with, the students here or anything like that?
So at this time, we don't believe that there is, but we are following up on this investigation. It's very important that if anybody knows the whereabouts of Miss Fletcher, to contact the police immediately.
There wasn't an exact description of what she was wearing at the time. Does anyone provide those details?
So yes, so we recently sent out another city watch, and she had a pink athletic top and blue shorts and tennis shoes. And we have contacted FBI's on the scene that's assisting us. We've contacted TBI that's also assisting us, and we're working with the University of Memphis.
Karen, just reflect on, what triggered this massive presence from law enforcement that we're seeing out here right now.
Well, originally it started out as a missing person, and after we actually found information and saw a video where somebody was abducted, then that's going to raise an alarm.
And, in light of this incident, does MPD plan on stepping up patrol in this area, given that so many people are on edge?
Oh, yes, we'll have officers all in the area, of course.
So a couple of weeks ago when classes started up at the U of M,
Mm-hmm.
The U of M cross-country team, men's and women's, had someone harassing the women's team. Does this have any connection to that? They also mentioned a dark SUV.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any connection at this time. So at this time, this is all we've got, and we will continuously push out information as we get it. But again, our concern is to locate Miss Fletcher. So if anybody knows where she's at, call the police immediately.
So the description said she has brown hair. Some people were telling me she has blonde.
Was it blonde?
That was blonde. Okay.
Yeah.
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
So there you have it. So it says that the Overton Park that they're at is not far from where she lives. So, I mean, it would definitely make sense that it was the same. Hold on, I got to plug in my headphones before they die, which could be any second. I don't know. What do y'all think? Sorry, y'all. Okay, so what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think husband is involved? If anyone confirms that they have, hey, Hope Grace, that they have actually arrested them, please let me know. I'm just curious about it. Could be a stranger. I don't know, Panthera. I've not confirmed the nanny thing, but everybody seems to be saying it's true. But again, I don't know. Sometimes I think when people want to say, it's a nanny, because look, we've all seen a Lifetime movie or two, or a movie, and it's a nanny. So I haven't confirmed that. She is a school teacher. From what I saw with him, he's like a boat manager or works at a boat dealership or something like that. I agree, Sandy, but I just I don't understand. Somebody just put that it was a rumor that the cops were at Overton Park. Somebody please explain to me how it's a rumor when we are looking at live pictures. That's so crazy. Um, yeah, husband or nanny, I know. I mean, the motive obviously is money, probably. So, Jen, we're told one of the first things to come out was actually the nanny was mentioned before him. One of the first things to come out was a couple people, obviously on Twitter. We've got the rumor mill said that they were friends and whatever, that there was a nanny. She was 22 and she was having an affair with the husband, and that the husband had a pretty bad habit. I assumed it was drugs. Thank you, Hope. I assume it was drugs, but I'm not sure, or I wasn't sure at the time. But then they several other people said cocaine or whatever. Now the reason cocaine kind of fit for me, and is because when I say this man is an avid, I mean hardcore, these people are hardcore athletes. Like does these wicked bike races, and just I feel like it would be some sort of stimulant. But again, I don't know that much about that stuff. So, but then they immediately were searching. If you could see, I think let me see this. Hold on a second. Uh, this has a purpose for me showing you this. Hold on a second. I keep wanting to put Kylie Rodney. If you're still here, Zood Master, if you have a case that you want me to cover, I would be happy to cover it, a non-white girl, if that would help you. Or if you have a case that's particularly like close to your heart. So here's kind of a little pic. I want you guys to see. Right, right. Well, that's my understanding is allegedly, Jen, he is in a pretty mass amount. Panthera, yes. Can anybody type in chat? Can you Google it real quick? Because you know how hard I have to focus on saying that word. Because I'm trying to remember what prominent family she was from within the area, or originally, or whatever. Cell phone being smashed. Right. So the cell phone and the really, Tony. Well, Salem, that's alleged that they have taken them into custody. I think it's probably a good that somebody was taken into custody, because all of a sudden they just showed up at this Overton Park after everyone had gone home, and police had left the scene, and all of a sudden, like 2 hours later, we hear that the husband and nanny have been arrested, and then we hear that, and the next thing you know, they're at this Overton Park. So I truly believe that someone probably started talking, and then, like I said, somebody made a really good point that she, being 22, might have started talking to, because he allegedly was not cooperative at all at the beginning and immediately wanted a lawyer. But the shears that they took out of the house, it just, I don't know. So here's the outside of their house. Um, it's a it's a nice house. Let's see if I can find any better pictures. This is her and her husband. I think that was a few years back, quite a few years back. So this is her house right there in the background. Tony Smith, you're right. Yeah, Sandy, that's so that has been said that he has quite a debt built up. So I guess if, probably if he was having an affair with a nanny, I'm sure that he would have owed her some form of child support. So you've got that, you've got her her getting an inheritance. And so yeah, the house is massive, y'all. She's got that, like Tony said, 75,000, probably that it's probably around $75,000 Jeep Wagoneer. He had driven, I saw a truck. You should see their garage. Like their garage with, we all know how much those bikes can be, those specialized bike. Like, I'm talking bike after bike, and they were always on trips on their Instagram. So they definitely have a lot. And then you think, it's just sometimes it feels like the America way, right? The perfect family, two beautiful boys, blonde-headed, beautiful house, Memphis, Tennessee, good jobs, money in the bank, beautiful cars. You essentially have it all. And then, but inside, you don't. Or, what we see social media. Yes, Sandy, you're right. So it's like, so it's not like Chris Watts, and it has Chris Watts vibes, and like Tony said, Scott Peterson vibes, because yes, he didn't, if it turns out to be the husband, though he did not kill his children, he might as well taken, yeah, not taken him, but you know what I'm saying, like he took both parents if it was him. Again, the all-American dream, right? We think everything's perfect, and then it's not. And then, good night, Emily. Um, oh, are they? Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see if are they live streaming, Tony, or just that they've had the pretty great coverage. Um, Now I have a really bad question, and I can share it with you because I know you guys will answer me. Do you think they used the shears on her? I know that's a bad question, but what would their other reasons be for taking those? Jen, no, not tonight. Yep, she went missing at 4:30. So at first I was like, holy crap, this has Missy Beavers vibes because of the fact that, like, she was working out. It was 4:30 a.m. However, this is an important note to have. So it was close to the university, um, University of Memphis. However, she took a run every morning at 4:30. Like I said, avid runners, everything like that, and always ran the same route. So we either have, so in that case, you either have a really random person, which is like, yeah, Tony. Um, I just mean along the lines of like the blonde-headed girl run or whatever. Um, Punkette. So where was I going with that? So it was either a random person that just happened to want to pick up anybody, or it was somebody who'd been stalking her, or it was somebody that knew the route she ran related to her. So everyone thought that the no, I know you are, Jen. Everyone thought the vehicle was a Mercedes, a black Mercedes, but I don't know. Yeah, I do not get a random vibe. I mean, look, there is, oh my gosh, really, Salem? There is, I'm gonna look up what her thing was. There is University of Memphis, there's a million girls around, and I don't mean to sound crass, but it's not random. I need to look, I want to look up I am looking up the family she came from. Hold on. Searching the woods. It's so terrible. She worked at St. Anne's. She was a teacher, apparently, something like that. I believe it was St. Anne's or something. Just they were super, super, super active in their church. He just posted, gosh, like 3 weeks ago or something. If it's very hard to be a biker, something like that about being a biker and be spiritually fit for my family and take care of my family and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Elizabeth Fletcher, hold on, family. Okay. But again, it's what we see in pre-kindergarten teacher. It's what we see in I can't find who she is. It just says that she was, I don't know, I saw it somewhere that her family was really prominent, some heir to some big thing. I'm just trying to see if I can spot it, but St. Mary's Episcopal is where she was a pre-K teacher. Dang. Oh, okay. I'm checking now, Punkette. Sorry, y'all. You're taking me on a little research tour here because this is all happening. Okay. Oh, gosh. All right. Going to Twitter. We're going to Twitter. Did I just say Twinner? Yeah, it's late. What am I doing? Going to Twitter. Yep. Panther, you said it, sister. Well, Denise, please be careful. I read your story. That's a horrible. I worry about you. You know what was really sad, y'all? I was looking at her Facebook. Ian, I think it was Ribbles. Crap, Punkette. Ian Ripple. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So this is apparently like the scene. He's on the scene at Overton Park, 1.5 miles from the family's home, where a search party and canines have been searching a wooded area until MDPD confirms this is related to Eliza Fletcher. Nothing will be said, but I mean, there's one image. Ugh. That's pretty terrible. Oh, Sally, I just never forget the images of me. Denise, your story, I can't do it yet, but because I don't want to bring it. If you guys have never been here, last live, Denise shared her story of basically having her fiance taken from her in the most tragic way. But I believe the trial was recently, so we were reading about it in Discord and after that live, and we were like, oh my gosh, Like, you're definitely, yes, Fletcher's her married name. I want to say it was White, Elizabeth White Fletcher, maybe, or Elizabeth Well Fletcher. It starts with a W. It's Elizabeth. Oh, Sally. No, just the woman that's missing. It would seem that it's alleged that the husband and the nanny allegedly were taken into custody. And as of about like 30 minutes ago, they started searching Overton Park with canines. Yeah, Tony, that's what I saw. So let's go back, y'all. So Tony brings up a good thing while we're waiting to hear anything else. Um, this is an image that, you know, hold on one second. Oh, hold on. Okay, so if you're just coming in, a woman, Rona Fox. So that's what I heard too, Hope. So that what Tony's talking about is these head shears. I mean, y'all, look at how tall the man is. It's not letting me zoom anymore. Look at those head shears. I mean, Tony's right. Those are 3 foot in length. I mean, look at the guy's legs. Hey, Hope, look, there's so I heard that, but Hope, say things again because I miss a ton. What's in the bag? I don't know. Exactly, Sandy. That's where my mind goes, and that's what makes me go, yeah, I don't know, Panthera, at all. I just know they took the laptop, whatever's in the bag, those shears, and her SUV, and I don't know what else. I know, Denise. Uh, I wondered if the man, because we heard it was a man that took her. So I thought, well, she had to have come close enough to the car to struggle for a minute because it's alleged that there was a brief struggle. It said that she did have a brief struggle and it was a male and that he forced her into the car. Now, the only thing I can think of is so the kids, I think the kids were at home. As far as I know, I would think so. I haven't heard that part yet. Hey, Beatlemaniac. But so I thought, well, if she went close enough to the car, or did the guy come out? But they didn't, the video wasn't good enough allegedly to see the man, but they said just that it was a man, that he approached her or whatever. So I thought, well, maybe it was the husband if she went all the way to the car. It's possible, Denise. And then I said, well, the thing is, though, why would she have struggled with her husband? Wait, duh, Parker. Duh. If they're separated and he shows up and starts being an idiot or something, that could be why there was a struggle. Why her water bottle and phone was found, why her phone was. Yeah, Tony, I think you're probably right. I mean, you take one look at her, one look at her beautiful boys, one look at her amazing career at St. Mary's Episcopal, where she's like loved so much, and then thank you, Hope. Thank you. She was out running, Sandy. She had legitimate jogging stuff. She was an avid runner that ran every day, 4:30 a.m. And Yeah, I think it might have just been the phone was smashed and was abducted. Ran the same route every day. So I think the whole point was, if it was him, I think the whole point was to make it look like, because she ran the same route every day. Okay, now I know. She's from a prominent Memphis family, the granddaughter of a well-known philanthropist and business owner. Wow. It says that she was reported missing after not returning home at 7 a.m. But I also heard they had found her cell phone and water bottle were discovered in front of a house in the 3800 block Central that is owned by the university. Okay, so it wasn't in front of her house; it was in front of a house near the university where she was running. The alert said that a male approached her at approximately 4:30 in the middle of Central Ave and appeared to leave with her in an unknown vehicle following a brief struggle. Police figured this out by obtaining surveillance video showing the abduction. Right, Jen. So these are the 5 fast facts. We know that she was jogging. We saw that. She's listed as a teacher at St. Mary's Episcopal. We know pretty much everything else. Well, y'all, I would say that we aren't going to hear like a ton yet, but I think it's probably safe to say that she's going to be. I have a feeling she's going to be found in the next 24 hours. And I hate saying this. I don't think it's going to end well. Not after what, just like Tony says, seeing those head shears and how quick they were to take things out of that home. Yeah, Salem. So the big thing was, everyone said it was the nanny. Well, it couldn't have just been the nanny because it was the male that took her. Yeah, Denise, I don't know if she rode bikes or just the husband. He did all sorts of crazy like races and stuff, but she was a huge, huge runner. It's just such a. Oh, hold on. There's a okay, we knew that everyone, there's a significant law. Okay, so here's something that says, no, Amber, actually, so I should probably tell you guys, I should clarify, not motorcycle bikes, actual bikes, like mountain biking. So this woman says, I am an attorney in Memphis, Tennessee. I also know multiple people who know the family. I can 100% confirm that the husband has retained counsel. I can 70% confirm that the husband and nanny have been taken into custody. It's not been confirmed by the news yet, but has been by multiple sources close to the family. And I can 100% confirm there are police and cadaver dogs searching Overton Park in Memphis right now. That freaking stinks. That stinks. That's just some of the worst. It just sucks. Sorry, that's just I hate it's just so unnecessary. I think the most, well, all of crime is unnecessary, right? But these type of things are just, it's not just her and her family, but it's those boys. And if he did it, he selfishly took their mother and their father. And true, Denise, well, that's what, if he has a massive debt and he felt this was the only way out or something, not that that's right, but that would make it just, oh, I don't know. These stories just, and then to just toss her away, whoever it was, just toss her away in the park. So that's what gets me about husbands who murder their wives or whatnot, like Chris Watts. You just toss her away. You married her at one point. You felt like she was everything and you were in love. Well, Chris Watts, let's not factor in the girls, but regardless, um, Scott Peterson, all that stuff. Like, you married these women. You had children with these women, and you just throw them away, throw them in the woods of a park. I don't understand that. I think it's clear that if it was the husband and the nanny, they're the worst criminals in the world because, yeah. I mean, did they think that? Oh, no, I know that, Jen. I know I'm not at all. I just caught what you said. Um, no, I don't think that at all. I don't think that at all. Yeah, Denise, well, no shears, right? Those are so specific. And her vehicle, that's interesting too. The vehicle is interesting too. Um, yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing. I think we can say that either way, it's not going to end well from the sounds of it. But I mean, well, that's the other thing. Did he really think, if this is true and he was sleeping with a nanny, did he really think that Eliza wasn't gonna, like, reach out to a friend and talk about it or something, like, it's just kind of weird. It's just, yeah, it's just not. Denise, that they took things out of the house. So she went missing, and then this evening they went to the house and towed her SUV, and as well as took the shears out of the house and everything. And then within a matter of hours, they were arrested. Hey, question. This is, I remember, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I'm going to verify. All right. Because better to verify than say something wrong. Yeah, they did, Sandy. If they used the shears, I agree, Jen. If they used the shears and then cleaned him, can, like, does blood still show up? I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure it does with luminol or something, but I just wasn't. I think that's what it's called. It does, Denise? Okay. I mean, they must have had found probable cause in the things that they took to arrest. I mean, they'd have to have really solid things. Wow. Dang. Well, y'all, Tony, you need to be on a research team. I don't really have a research team. I just ask people to look things up for me. I don't know. You know what? That name, I have heard something like, I thought it was, yeah, something like that. Denise, I know. I was in like tears, Denise, when I read about your case. If you didn't, Denise did openly give her fiance's case was the White House murder in Texas. So she did openly give that last time. So if you wanted to look it up, it is very, Punkette's my map maker. Um, I know I'm always experimenting with things. Oh my gosh, Denise. Oh, Amber, never mind. Don't answer that. I would completely dox you. Okay, well, now hold on a second. Okay, so now we have somebody says word on the street from a very credible source. The husband owed a debt for his habit. The info was turned into MPD and Crime Stoppers. Okay, so gotcha. So it would seem like this is, word on the street that the husband owed the debt, and then that info about the nanny and the debt was turned into MPD and Crime Stoppers. 10 minutes later, uh, they seized, I don't think that was his car. That I've heard it was her car. The car, phone, and laptop. Wow. Oh, okay, Salem. Yes, and I want you to try to get a bill pass. Really, Denise? Holy cow. That's awful. Aw, Sally. Oh, Denise, that's right. You were telling me he was allowed to open. I get what you're saying. That's right. Isn't it weird though, guys? Like, how would they know to go after the shears? I gotta look up the actual. I need to find somebody that does crime scene investigation to come on and talk sometime, because I just want to know how they know what to look for. Like, how would they have known to go in and, I mean, they took two things? They took Scummy, you're I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just feel so bad calling you that. I'm not laughing at this case. It's just it's scummy. It was just the way I said that. You know what? I said that earlier too. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever, never stop. Like, if you're alone, never stop. I know that, like, people, stop and say, "Hey, do you know?" Just don't stop. Just keep jogging, and you know, just keep going. Even if you've got to, like, jog slowly. That just caught me on. I just felt bad calling him scummy. Um, I know, Denise. Sally, yeah, they just, because she got a pretty big inheritance recently. She's an heir to a very prominent philanthropist in the Memphis area. That's what I think, Tony. That's what I think. The fact that if it was, yep. No, Sandy. So so they got her and took off. It said they were going west. Hold on a second. That just gave me an idea. Thank you for bringing up that question, Sandy. Hold on a second. That just gave me a really good idea. So the person who abducted her took her, and the phone the phone in the water, the phone was smashed in the water bottle. And it ended up near outside, in front of a house outside of Memphis University. Hold on one second. 10. I had an idea. I had an idea to she sees something. Amber, is Overton Park? I'm not sure. You're not from exactly there. I wanted to see if Overton Park is west of Central Ave, because if so, they said that they felt that it is. Wow. It says it is west of 1207 Central Ave. Well, yeah, sometimes that's how my brain works. Like, all of a sudden somebody will say something, I'll be like, wait a minute. Yep, exactly. May spray something. Um, Gosh. So yeah. So based on what my phone said, it is west for Overton Park. We know that they are searching at Overton Park currently with cadaver dogs and canines. So, well, I think I'm going to hop off because it'll be a long time before we know anything. But I'll definitely come live tomorrow and update on this story. And I would say at this point, just pray for her family and her boys and for answers. And that they would, if it's him, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I hope they put him right next to, is it Tony? Wow. I didn't know it was that big. I hope they put him right next to Chris Watts and Scott Peters. No, I don't even want to say what I want done to him. But wow, I didn't know Overton Park was that big. That's crazy. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all hanging with me at like 12 at night, but I really wanted to get her story and never go to the, yeah. Sally, I did hear that always be outside when others are outside. Great advice, Scummy. Yep. And like Denise said, remember to take life a little slow and love more. Yep. Please be, yeah, running outside at 4th, and not victim blaming, but it sucks that it's that way. It sucks, but it is that way. So it's just terrible. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging with me. And I just wanted to make sure we talked about her story a little bit tonight. And, we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.